Have you ever wondered how you can get free money in your business? Yes, I'm serious, free money. You're listening to Business by the Books, the podcast that teaches you how to use your financials to manage your business. My name is Danielle Hayden, CPA and founder of Kickstart Accounting Inc., where we use bookkeeping as a vehicle to help business owners take control of their numbers. And I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs make informed financial decisions for over a decade. By the end of today's episode, you'll not only understand the importance of grants, but how you can leverage them in today's environment. So let's start with the first big question. Why should you, as a business owner, spend time exploring grants? The answer is really actually simple. Grants provide a unique opportunity to access funding that doesn't need to be repaid. Free money. Unlike loans, which add debt to your balance sheet, grants offer dollars without any strings attached, which is an incredibly attractive option for all of us entrepreneurs who are looking to grow and innovate. Now, although grants can be competitive and the application process can be time consuming, I want to encourage all of us as business owners to do our research to find the options that are available for us so that we can continue to pursue new projects, trainings, and expansions that might otherwise be completely out of reach or put a serious strain on your business. There are three types of grants. We have federal grants, state and local grants, and private grants. So federal grants are the most competitive, but can offer substantial funding. These are available through the government agencies, and they do target specific industries. Our state and local grants are generally more accessible and are really designed to help support small businesses within a specific state. And these usually focus on a specific economic development, job creation, or professional development. Private grants are offered by corporations, foundations, or nonprofit organizations. Again, these can be industry specific, but are generally aimed at supporting a particular demographic, such as women-owned businesses or minority entrepreneurs. Each type of these grants are going to have its own set of eligibility criteria and a completely different application process. So it'll be really important that you find, as a business owner, the best grants that align with your business needs and your business goals. Also, your business's location. Now, there's one specific grant that we at Kickstart Accounting Inc. have used over and over again to train our team here. This is the Ohio TechCred Grant. Although this is an Ohio grant, I want to use it as an example as your state might offer something similar. The TechCred is a state program designed to help businesses upskill their employees in technology-focused areas. I actually found the TechCred application process to be very easy to navigate and easy to use. They were very supportive in that process. I've asked Chris, who is a local business owner who we have worked with over the years in applying and using our TechCred grant funds, to come onto the podcast to walk through the TechCred, how we can use the TechCred grant program, and how you might be able to find something similar in your state. So here's my conversation with Chris. Chris, welcome to Business by the Books.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for inviting me.
I'm really excited today to talk about grants, specifically the Ohio TechCred Grant. But before we dive into today's topic, can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Chris Kiec. I've been running a small boutique consulting firm, Adventures in Automation, for 28 years. We started the firm, my husband and I started the firm when I got pregnant with my first. I thought, owning a business, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And
Right.
I can balance baby, new business, new house, all those things at the same time. So
what a great idea, Chris.
I know, right? So it was actually easy in the beginning because I was a gun for hire. I'm a network engineer. So I'd go do projects, and I wasn't responsible for things like maintaining my credentials, bringing all my team, because we started hiring like that first year, bringing all my team up to speed on technical competencies or any of those things. It was just fly by the seat of our pants. And after a couple of years, I kind of looked around and said, I'm not certified anymore. We need to get this resolved. So over the last 28 years, we've had over 22 engineers part of our team that we've maintained Microsoft, Cisco, and other corporation certifications. And that's one of the reasons why we can work with companies, because we're certified and we have experience.
Can you give some examples of how you work with small business owners?
Oh, absolutely. So what we like to do is come in and do an assessment. We look around, we see what's going on tech-wise, and we start thinking about and putting together a 3-year plan. This is where you are. This is where we want to be in 18 months. And this is where we want to be in 3 years, so that we can migrate and get rid of things that we're not going to use anymore and prepare the organization and the staff to be ready for the next tech environment. You know, AI is such an amazing resource, and everybody thinks it's brand new. It's actually 35 to 40 years old, and it's been in the industry for that amount of time. But if you're prepared, and if you budget, and if you organize your resources, you can take advantage of that next really cool tech environment. So that's what we try to do with our businesses. We focus on the one-person shop to the multi-thousand-year shop. We do a lot of work in higher ed, not-for-profit, and then verticals like accounting firms and law firms and professional services. And we do a ton in manufacturing. And everybody can take advantage of the opportunity to kind of organize the process and then be prepared for that next level of tech.
Awesome. I think I feel how our clients feel about when we talk about accounting. That's how I feel when other people talk about tech. Like, totally over my head, but I know it's important, and I know as a business owner I need to lean into it. How did you get involved with the TechCred program in the state of Ohio? Maybe you could tell us just a little bit about that and how you got involved.
Absolutely. So the Ohio TechCred Grant used to be unique to Ohio. The rest of the states had no idea what we were doing. In the beginning, it was completely isolated to manufacturing companies. And over the last 20 years, as it's morphed and changed names and changed branding, the grant has actually been open to every single entity in the state of Ohio, including municipalities. So not-for-profits, municipalities, libraries, schools, everybody can take advantage of this grant. The grant is really generous and amazing, and it was built to make the workforce in the state of Ohio up their game and be more competitive to the rest of the nation. As you know, we were thought of as the Rust Belt, and it was difficult to land new technology firms and new manufacturing firms and new businesses in the state of Ohio, because they all thought our workforce was behind in every single category. And it was just not the case. Our higher ed institutions, our trade schools were doing a great job, but we just needed a little push to get to the next levels.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's amazing. The Ohio TechCred Grant provides up to $30,000 every other month for bringing your W-2s to the next level. It's got to be part of a plan. You can't just say, oh, everybody's going to get trained. You have to have a thoughtful plan, identifying those individuals and how you can get them through the plan to the next level. So here's the thing, $30,000 a grant round. There are 6 grant rounds. That means an organization can get potentially up to $180,000
Wow.
a year to professionally develop their team. And as you know, as a business owner, sometimes it's hard to give everybody a big raise every 5 minutes. And we need to show our team that we are very engaged in their professional development, and it just makes it stickier for them to stay with us. We're investing in them, and they'll turn around and say, I'm going to invest in you. And this is just an amazing opportunity for businesses in the state of Ohio to invest in their team, but to keep their team. So they're not constantly hiring and working that revolving door that we experience through a global pandemic.
So I have a bunch of clarifying questions. So they cannot be contractors. They have to be W-2 employees, correct?
W-2s.
Do the employees have to live in the state of Ohio?
Oh, that's a great question. They do. They have to live in the state of Ohio.
So if the business is in Ohio, but not the employee needs to live here as well.
That is correct. Absolutely.
And then what types of training can someone look for in this type of program? I was actually very surprised at how many different types of training options were available. So I was pleasantly surprised at how much we could offer our team. What are some examples of training opportunities for team members?
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So let's talk about professional services first, because you and I both know this. So we can do intro to Excel or something as basic as computer basic skills. Toe motor training is part of it. So it doesn't even have to be computer technology training. It can be any kind of training. So we have Excel and we have all the different versions of Excel. And then we have programming classes and database classes and security classes. We just rolled out last month our AI for Business class, which helps business owners and business members and decision makers in all sorts of levels of business be able to take advantage of understanding what AI is, taking the class, and then applying those principles and creating policies and procedures in their organizations. But it's not limited to computer stuff. So there's a healthcare information technology class where you can learn about the tech of healthcare and get training on that tech. So small offices that do medical types of procedures, chiropractors, dentists, ophthalmologists, all of those businesses can take advantage of these programs.
We'll get back to the show in 1 second, but real quick, are you an entrepreneur or business owner struggling with the complexity of tax deductions and salary structures for yourself? It's common to feel lost in the maze of tax regulations and unsure about how to effectively pay yourself from your business. Navigating these challenges can be daunting, leaving you with more questions than answers. But what if there's a way to simplify this process, ensuring you maximize your deductions and set up the most beneficial compensation strategy for yourself? That's exactly what our guide on the top tax deductions for every business owner and how to pay yourself as a business owner are for. These resources are designed to demystify the essentials, helping you understand and leverage tax deductions and outline a clear, effective strategy for your salary as a business owner. Through these guides, you'll learn the key deductions you shouldn't miss, strategies for tax-efficient salary and owner's draws, and much more, ensuring you're financially optimized and compliant. So if you're ready to take control of your financial health with confidence, head over to kickstartaccountinginc.com/gift or click the link in the show notes and download your free resources today. Okay, back to the show.
Oh, and I forgot the most important thing. Oh my gosh. So recently clients have been reaching out to us and saying, I don't see my class there. And they create their own class and push it forward. And then those classes have also been approved. It's spectacular.
It really is amazing. Yeah. There's even marketing classes. So if you have a team member who's
digital
doing
marketing,
marketing, that was on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's one that we looked at. So I've just been really impressed with how much of a resource this can be. So when you're thinking about what all you could be training your team on, this is a huge opportunity. You mentioned retention, but what are some of the other reasons that employers are looking to train their team?
Well, clearly productivity. I mean, people struggle with tech all the time. And I'm so annoyed with the whole YouTube is going to solve my issues concept. No, it is not.
If you ask my husband, it solves all of his problems, everything he needs to learn to fix around the house.
Right. And it doesn't. And it's not effective in the workplace. We won't even talk about the bandwidth necessary to have 42 people looking everything up every day. You don't learn that way. You need a comprehensive, organized process to learn. We at Adventures in Automation, we do it in little bits and bites. We like doing it in a lot of repetition over short little spurts. We find that iteration really helps, but I've seen a lot of people loving going to a class for a whole day. It matters what the different individual can really consume and understand the materials. But I will tell you, this program is so amazing that the state of Ohio individuals that are running the program are actually being hired and going to other states to teach them how to set this up. It's that effective. We also have training companies outside the state of Ohio, so Texas, Michigan, that are coming into our program and getting vetted and taking that tax money out. It's so cool. Everybody wants to be part of it. So gaining that productivity, gaining the skill sets, and being able to build your skill sets so that you can get that next promotion or change your position in your organization is the true purpose of this program. It just happens to be adding tons of productivity gains for the business owner.
So if you are outside of the state of Ohio and you are listening, you might have the option in your state to take advantage of a program similar to this.
Yeah, Michigan does the grant round once a year. Texas has a 2 grant round system. We're the only state that has 6.
Wow.
It's crazy.
And is it because we've been doing it for so long?
I think some of it's because we've been doing it for so long. And I think another reason is both sides of the aisle, both Democrats and Republicans, and obviously independents, really believe in this program, so it keeps getting funded.
How about for the business owner themselves? As a business owner, do you need to be an employee of your own business? Like, can I take advantage of this to go and get training?
You can't. You've got to be a W-2. If you're not a W-2, if you haven't organized your company so that you're a W-2 of the company, then you can't take advantage of the program.
Okay. But if I am an S Corp, I am on payroll, I'm paying myself through payroll, I can then go take advantage of the company.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think that's something that I see across our clients is, and I love this about our clients, is that they want to learn and grow as individual people. And so we as entrepreneurs are spending a lot of money in professional development. And so I really want to encourage anybody who's listening that as you think about your own professional development, if you are an S Corp, that you can take advantage of something like this and be able to have additional funds to continue to invest in other areas of your business. If you can free up those dollars to spend in other areas, imagine what that could be doing for your business.
Yeah, and that's such a good point. So I'm going to a course in Seattle that isn't offered through TechCred. And as a S Corp myself, we could have taken advantage of it, but this course just doesn't exist. Just getting there is going to cost me $2,000 and staying, and then it's another $5,000. But the other thing is I'm out of my business for a week. So it's just crazy. This is so useful to our environment. And I'm very excited to be able to be one of the providers in Ohio because I can just see the change in businesses. We've been working with a lot of businesses for the last 7 years providing this kind of training. And we're not out of classes to train. We keep getting new ones. But I'll tell you, the change and opportunity in organizations is really just stunning.
And do you personally do trainings for teams? Like what kind of classes do you specifically offer?
So I do. We've got 6 trainers on our team. It's not the only product line that we do. We do consulting, and then we do a lot of audits and conversations with organizations about how they can improve the security of what they've got going on. But we have 6 trainers on staff, and all the intro classes and the intermediate classes are generally handled by other people on my team. Not because I don't love them. I actually got to do Intro to Word a couple of weeks ago, and it was kind of nice to be able to see the change in people, because those intros classes are spectacular change and spectacular growth, where some of the other classes we do, it's just like maybe 6 things they get out of the class. But I generally do the higher end stuff because I'm, in some cases in our organization, the only one that does. So I do Python training, and I do a lot of certifications for Microsoft and Palo Alto, and things that you definitely would see IT people hanging out with, not necessarily the rest of the team. But I will tell you, we've been doing a lot with Power BI and analytics, and my master's is in data analytics. So I definitely am very involved in all the curriculum, not always the writing, but definitely the quality control and review. But I will tell you all the cool things that can be done with data, and people just don't even understand that they can take advantage of that data as well. And being able to build those dashboards and build the tool that they actually need, not the thing that's provided by the software vendor, is really satisfying when they put those clicks together and figure it out. So we've got a lot of product, and we definitely have trainers that specialize not even in intro classes, but individual classes. We have a lot of clients now that are asking for, we have 12 people we want to train in Excel, but we don't want them all in the same class. We want each one of them individually trained so that they get a little bit more time with the instructor.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we've been doing a ton of that. And we've got 2 trainers that really love training the individual, not a big class. They just don't get the same satisfaction out of training a big class because you can't make those connections with people. And then we've been doing a ton of Google Ads, Google Analytics, all the marketing and digital marketing information. We have one instructor that's certified in all those content, and some of the changes we've seen in client revenue has been really, they call us and say, oh my gosh, we're getting all these businesses. So it's just it's really awesome. It's very rewarding.
You can see the impact.
Yeah, we see the impact, and it's very rewarding.
Awesome. Okay. If somebody is interested in applying for the TechCred Grant, they can go to kickstartaccountinginc.com/techcred, and we'll link directly to the TechCred website so that they can learn more. If somebody wants to learn more about your company and what you do, Chris, how can they connect with you?
Well, it's really easy. Just go to adventures, plural, in automation.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here today, Chris. I appreciate it.
Have a great day. Bye-bye, Danielle.
All right. Chris is a wealth of knowledge, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate her being here. I know researching grants can be overwhelming for us as business owners, but they are powerful tools for business growth and can really offer financial support to small business owners. Don't forget to explore and take advantage of the offerings that your state and city is offering to small business owners like you. If you are based in Ohio, the TechCred Grant is an excellent opportunity to help enhance your workforce skills. This is the time that you can invest in both you as a business owner, if you are an S Corp, as well as your team. I know our listeners and clients invest heavily in training and professional development. And I want to encourage us to look at TechCred as an opportunity to invest back in both ourselves and our team. Go to kickstartaccountinginc.com/techcred to learn more. I have a favor to ask. If you have gotten any value from this show and you want the show to continue to grow and keep providing you with strategies for financial growth and efficiency, simply leave us a rating and review if you're listening on Apple or Spotify. Those reviews really go a long way in attracting more listeners, and honestly, they really make my day. So if you're feeling up to it, we'd love to see a rating and review from you. Either way, thanks so much for listening to the show.